better get on here, right? Good morning, guys. How are we? So let me adjust this real quick. Are we there on YouTube? Let's see here. So it worked out pretty well yesterday because I know some people don't or aren't able to get off and back on and so on. So I'm trying to figure this out today. Let's do this. I love the owls. So I'm just adjusting something really quick, guys. There we go. Good morning. How are we? So I already have a few people on my list. I'm going to pull my list up. If you guys would like to get on my list, got a couple of ways you can do that. So you can go to my website, which is there on my link tree, and get a ticket. I'm only doing 1 or 3 card pulls this morning. However, if you just want a card pulled, like if you just need an answer, if you need to know, if you just need an answer on something, confirmation, whatever, you can. Sorry, YouTube, but you can there on TikTok. Send an owl, and I will put your name. My list. I've only put 20 on there. Okay. So, and I've got a few people on my list already. So, Miss Catherine Mazel, are you here this morning? Because I see that you've got 2, and I just want to make sure that you wanted to. And then, are they 2 separate things, or do you need all the things? So, I was curious if you were here yet or not. Not, I'm just going to pull 2 sets for 2 different situations, okay? And I don't see that you've popped up yet, so I'm going to pull 2 sets for 2 different situations. So let's do the first one, okay? Early bird gets the worm, right? Isn't that what they say? Early bird gets the McDonald's. Early bird gets the bacon. All right, Miss Catherine. Good morning, guys. How are we? All right. So, Miss Catherine, on your first one over here, if you guys would like a 3 card pull, you will have to go to my website for that, okay? So, you have the Mother of Dawn, which is beauty and compassion. It's also creation and moving forward. Then you have the middle world. Then you have the blade. So for this first situation that I pulled cards for, and both of these have the number 6 in them, I just want you to know both of them also have full moons in them. For those of you guys that didn't know, last night was a new moon. You still have today to capture some of that new moon energy. So Miss Catherine, what this tells me, starting off with this is a situation with you at home, with you probably, I would assume, with your boys and so on. The middle world right here tells me that you've kind of found yourself again. You're firmly anchored back here. Because I know I read for you a lot, and I know that there for a while you were kind of in an interesting headspace, interesting spot. This right here tells me that you've gotten grounded back to this aspect of yourself, to this aspect of you, which makes me very happy for you, because I know, especially as a mom, when you feel disconnected from everything, it's hard to get motivated. It's hard to be the best mom you can be, and we all go through that, okay? Every single one of us goes through that. So if you are going through it as a mom, as a dad, as a parent, whatever, you know you're not alone. I want you to know you're not alone. Everyone goes through that. So glad y'all think my hair looks good today, because it's beach hair from last night that's thrown in the butt. Beach hair. All right. But what I love, Miss Catherine, is this. This right here tells me that while you've gotten everything back, you've gotten back grounded, you're back firmly here, you're back on track with your kids, your boys. That full moon there on both of these cards, I want you to notice that it's at the top on both of these. It tells me that you really had some things illuminated. So I have a feeling you're heading off on kind of a different path with it. Whereas maybe mom-wise, family-wise, you were headed this way. This illumination has helped you see things in a bigger picture. So instead of being very narrow here, you're like this. But the blade tells me that you have a new focus and you have a new goal. And you're moving forward really fast with it. And I think that's utterly fantastic. I think that's utterly fantastic. And congratulations. Sometimes having to get to that illumination requires a lot of sacrifice, requires a lot of pain in the butt, for lack of a better term. So, congratulations on getting back into this in a new focused way. Okay? So, all right. Here's the second one, Miss Catherine. Let me refresh. If you guys would just like one card pull, you can do that in a couple different ways, either on my link tree or you can send an owl. I'm only doing 20 owls. I'm just letting you know this morning. And then if you would like 3 card pulls, then got you, Miss Anna. You'll be after these 2, okay? If you'd like 3 card pulls, all you have to do is go to my website. You can grab them there, okay? So, Catherine, here's your second one, okay? So that was interesting. If you guys have never watched me read, hi, I'm Bodhi. I've been reading professionally for a very, very long time, almost 10 years at this point. I pay attention to the way everything falls, the way everything shuffles. So the thing I'm noticing the most, Kathy, is that it's taking a bit to shuffle, which tells me, and seeing this first card tells me that, okay. So what I've noticed right off the bat, the very first card pull that I did for you, hey, Kathy, I just did your first one, I'm doing your second one. The very first one I pulled for you had the number 6 in it. These two both have the number 3, which is exactly half of that. So let's chat about these here. Where that first one was all about you finding your path again, you moving forward, you having your... So this, and it is wisdom. It's also a paternal energy, whereas your other one was, the mother of creation, maternal energy. This one's paternal energy. It's wisdom, it's knowledge, it's learning, it's teaching. But then you have the owl, and then you have the rattle. And if you noticed, do it that way, both of these have a 3 on them. So what this tells me, Catherine, is that you have an issue with someone a little more masculine in your life that's in a fatherly position that I have a feeling you've been trying to talk to them about something and they're flat ignoring you about stuff. Seeing the owl there and the rattle tells me that is that's something that has to happen. It's something you feel needs to go right now. You've been trying to sound the warning with this. Thank you, Miss Monica. You've been trying to sound the warning with this. The problem is they're not listening. They're trying to do the right thing in this situation. They feel they're doing the right thing. The problem is everyone else can see that it's about to get them into a train wreck. So here's why I pointed out the numbers, okay? So your first cards had 6 in them. This has 3, which is half. So what this right here tells me is that you've got to go about this warning and about talking to this person in this situation similar to how you're going about this first one, where you've gained your personal power back, you're really grounded, and your focus isn't a laser, it's more broad. That's exactly how you need to go about this situation. You need to do it more broad than trying to laser focus it on, don't do this, don't do this. You have to do it more broad, okay? So this masculine energy in your life, they will listen to this. They will listen to you. but you need to do it in a more broad way instead of like laser focused on them. Does that make sense, Miss Kathy? So let me get up here. Thank you guys. Y'all are being so sweet this morning. Let me get up here and grab the owls and get them on my list. I'm just going to call you Butterfly. You get to be Butterfly today. Got you, Miss Jenny. Okay. So let me do Rebel, and then I've got Anna. If this decides it wants to work, like I would appreciate it if it wants to work. Okay. So you're welcome, Miss Kathy. So LA is fantastic. Yes, I have some videos I'll upload later. Unsure what's up with the TikTok. I'm pretty sure I've gotten shadow banned at this point because my views are not where they normally are. Got you, B. But I have some videos that I will be posting. Okay, that's exactly why I had to do that. Oh, Lord. All right, Miss Rebel. Are you ready? You got your big kid pants up? You start off with many paths. You start off with many paths. Thank you, love. I hope you have a blessed day, too. Then you literally have set, which is short-sighted, kind of ambition, but it's also a lot of narcissism and not very nice things. Then you have Hades, which is equality and wisdom. It's also a little darkness as well. So, it's inevitability. So here's the thing. Thank you, Miss Kathy. So here's the thing. Got you, Miss Elizabeth. Right now, you have two things pulling on you. You know that you have a ton of paths in front of you, but you have two specific things pulling on you. With these two things pulling on you, they both look great. Both paths look great. But I'm going to tell you right now, one is absolutely not. And I'm going to see if I can describe it enough so that way you know, okay, that will be a no-go for Rebel. Let's talk about this one first, okay? With this path here, this is going to be a little longer path. This is a path of you really taking the time, learning the things, doing the things, and giving everything your equal attention, okay? Everything equal attention. And I'm pretty sure that some of you guys up here need to see this too, or hear this too. In anything, whether it's a relationship, whether it's school, whether it's your spiritual practice, there has to be equality. There has to be a give and take. Okay? This path here is the longer path. It's also the equal path where you have to give the good and you have to give the bad. Okay? What's interesting about this one here is I feel that there's a ton of learning with this path. A ton of learning with this. Yeah, a ton of learning. Sass, I can't go in and turn them off right now, but you can. You can go through, sorry, Ms. Rebel, you can go through on the bottom of the ticket and put a sale time and turn it to yesterday. Does that make sense? Not today, guys. Yesterday's. So this path here is, it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of cramming stuff in your brain when you feel like there's no more brain to cram stuff into. But see the golden apple there? This is the path that you need to be taking. This is the one you need to be pushing forward on, okay? Yes, it takes longer, and I know that we sometimes tend to get into that now mode. This path, however, looks fantastic, looks easy, looks great. This path is very one-sided. It's very one-sided. I have a feeling that these are spiritual paths with you. It's very, very one-sided. In other words, it seems like it's great. It's a quick fix. It is easy to learn. It's easy to do. It's easy to start practicing. And a lot of spiritual practices are this. They fall into this. But this right here, this is more a path of leaning toward the darker side of things without the balance. I know that we all come into a point where we're done with the love and light shit and we just want to be like in the fuck around and find out shit, but it's still, you still have to have balance. So if you go love and light for so long, you're gonna swing to the fuck around and find out for so long, and then you're kind of gonna come back to the middle. I have a feeling that you're starting to swing to that fuck around and find out part. But with you, the fact that you already know a massive amount and you have an amazing amount of like world knowledge around you, this path here, by swinging too far that way, it's going to cause some really bad problems, and that has to be a no-go. So you're going to have to really pull yourself back to middle. You're going to have equality. You're going to have to be in the middle. Okay? Absolutely do the love and light, and absolutely do the fuck around and find out, but you have to be in the middle, Miss Rebel. Okay? This path here is more, it looks more love and light. And so I think that's why you're kind of leaning toward this. No, let's do the fuck around and find out a little bit. But the path that seems more love and light is the learning path, and it's actually the equal path. So I hope that helps a little bit, Ms. Rebel. This tells me that you may have been doing or thinking about some ornery things, doing some of the fuckery. And yeah, I'm down with said fuckery. Trust me. Just make sure you don't go too far with it. Okay? So, Miss Anna, are you ready? And then when that pops back up, I'll look. Good. Apparently so. I fully appreciate that you've got balance that you're working on. All right. So, I've got B star. Get everybody on here. Jill. And I got Jenny. Gotcha. All right. Well, maybe I'm just going to knock my phone over. All right. Miss Anna, you ready? So I've got Anna, Butterfly, and Jenny. Maybe if I don't drop cards. And just so you guys on TikTok know, I am streaming live on YouTube as well. So if you want to go back and hear your card, hear your reading, whatever, you can absolutely do that. All right, Miss Anna. So you have the giveaway. This right here tells me that you've got to make sure that you're giving thanks, that you're giving away as much energy as you're taking in. A lot of people forget that we have to kind of thank the universe for the things that it's bringing us. This also tells me that you're in a powerful, you're at a powerful pivot of power right now. See, that's why I had to slow my words down, because I knew I wasn't going to get through all those P's. I was going to sound like I was drunk. A powerful pivot of manifestation power right now. So you have to start giving things back, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to notice that manifestation that you've got going on is going to start doing this. So right now, everything is aligning in your corner, because when I see the giveaway card, it tells me that everything is falling into place exactly how it needs to be. May not seem like it. You may look around and be like, oh yeah, well that sucks and that sucks and that sucks. It sucks because it's headed to something different. Usually things suck so you can get rid of those sucky things, so you can move on to the good thing and leave the sucky thing back there where it sucks. Sucks. Sorry, I had to say it like one more time. I just had to have a 3. All right. So, Miss Anna, make sure you're giving thanks to the universe. And sometimes this is as simple as talking and saying, I appreciate every single thing that you're doing for me, that you will do, that you have in the works, etc. That's the thing that I end my braid with every time I braid it, is thank you for everything you have done, you are doing, and you will do in my path. Every single time I braid. So, I hope that helps, Miss Anna. All right, Butterfly, you ready? Gotcha, love. All right, butterfly. So in trying to pull one card, I actually pulled two for you. Apparently you need two. And I'll get you guys on my owl list, okay? So you have the Witness, but it's over the wind. Right now, you're witnessing a ton of shit around you. And I said shit for a reason, because you have learned in stepping back and just watching, paying attention to the things around you. Unfortunately, you're seeing the bad more than you're seeing the good right now. You're seeing the bad for a reason. Because the wind right here is what this bad is doing. It's pushing you forward on a path to fix the shit. Now, I know you're probably like, well, I can't fix that, and I can't fix that, I can't fix that. It's too big, it's too big. Sometimes you don't have to have a mountain that you need to move. Sometimes it's just moving one boulder so the mountain will fall down. So seeing all the injustice and all the bullshit right now is what's going to push you towards moving forward. Okay. So, all right, I got Miss Jenny and then Miss Maria. So my list is getting just a little bit long, guys. I just want you to know. Don't stress though. Because do this. Why are you doing that? Technology is stupid. Technology is stupid. Oh my gosh. Have y'all ever watched a laptop go off a balcony? Just saying what I'm saying. Alright. Just saying what I'm saying. Alright. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm trying to get, so if you guys buy through my site, I go on here and I can pull up my list and so on, and it's kind of being an ass and it's not letting me, so I'm like, cool. Alright. Well, unfortunately, this is a brand new laptop. It's because I have 3 devices going here right now that it's taking a minute. So, yeah. All right, Miss Jenny, you ready? So, you have the moon. You have the moon, sweet pea. This right here tells me that you're stuck in a cycle. You're stuck in a cycle. And the problem is you can see the cycle clearly. You can see the cycle clearly. I have a feeling that this cycle is really heavy and you're having a hard time getting out from underneath it. You're getting out from underneath it. The one thing that I would say is to pay attention to the illumination that you're getting on this situation, on this cycle. You didn't get into this cycle just by going like that. You got into this cycle in steps. So you're going to have to get out of this cycle in steps. Some things happen really slow and some things happen really fast. So you've got to make sure that you're taking the time to start unraveling all of those threads that are holding you in that cycle. I also feel like this right here is a really heavy cycle. Like it just does this. You know what I mean? It's a heavy, heavy thing. So please, please, please don't stress yourself in trying to do too much at once with this. You need to go slow and you need to unravel those threads one at a time. Just like I said, sometimes you don't need to move the whole mountain. You need to move one boulder for the mountain to fall. Okay? So I hope that helps, Miss Jenny. All right, so I have Maria Lagervist first. Next, not first, next. So just keeping you in self-doubt. I'm so sorry, sugar. You are so welcome, sweetheart. All right, Maria. So I've got you for a 3 card. How are we this morning, guys? Yeah, you guys don't have to stick around for your reading if you don't want to. I am streaming it live on YouTube. My mom will put it up, I'm sure, is just the Blue Bodhi. Beware of imposters. This is where I tell you guys that if you ever have me air quotes, reach out to you and say, hey, let me give you a reading. Grand rising, beloved. Know that that's not me. A, I never say that. And B, I don't even have time to reach out to myself, much less reach out to other people. So here we go, Miss Maria. Ready? So you start with the eternal servitor, which is hope, it's yearning, it's incompleteness. Then you have the spiral, and then you have the owl. So what this tells me right here, sugar, is that you're kind of, I don't want to say a plateau because I don't feel like it's a plateau. It's like a dip in the plateau. So your path has been doing this, up, 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 up. And now you've hit this plateau, and we all hit the plateau. So it is what it is. Okay. We all hit the plateau, but every now and then on the plateau, there's like the dip that we go down in, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, did I go back down? No, you didn't. It's just part of this spiral. So the spiral in almost every culture is the journey from the ego to the self. Some go backwards, whatever. But it's the journey of self. It's the journey of self-discovery. Okay? The owl itself is wisdom. I know in multiple cultures it means different things, but in this case, the interpretation that I'm taking with these other two cards is this is wisdom. This is wisdom. This bowl, this dip, this indention. It's an interesting part on this spiral. I'm so sorry that it's kind of got you in a little bit of a depressive mode right now. But it's because there is an intense lesson that you're supposed to learn about yourself. And after you get out of this, you turn around and look, you're going to see where the person that entered that bowl, that entered that indention, is in no way the person that came out on the other side. Like, this is a massive, I'm going to say, karmic experience that you're going through right now to let go of some things and some stuff. So I'm sorry that you're in the indention because it kind of sucks and I always hate that. But the spiral, anytime I see the spiral, tells me that this is a very, very important time on your path. You're going to gain a lot of wisdom, and unfortunately it may not be wisdom that you really want. But sometimes that's exactly the wisdom that we need. So I hope that helps, Miss Maria. So next I've got Miss Lisa, and then I've got Be Sexy, B Star, Jill Games, and then Alexis Pugh. And I've got to go through and grab my other owls off of there. I saw them come through, guys. All right. So Miss Be Sexy, are you ready? So I pulled the rainbow. I pulled the rainbow for you. What I love about this is that this tells me that you just had a fire lit under your ass. No matter if it was a good way or a bad way, you had a fire lit under your butt, and now you're about to rocket forward. With this rocketing forward, it's seeing all of the colors in the world, and for the most part, for you right now, it's going to be good colors, because I have a feeling that you've been seeing the bad. I'm so sorry, Lisa. You've been seeing the bad. This right here is for you to finally see the good, which tells me, I'm just going to say it this way. I'm sorry that you've only been seeing the bad lately. The universe is going to start showing you the good. Okay? So stick around just a little bit longer. Gotcha? All right, Miss Lisa Lou, you ready? Since I can't read or keep my brain straight. It is what it is, y'all. I am going to take a nap later. Maybe. Okay. Interesting. All right, you ready, Miss Lisa? This right here is the Ancient Ones. So what this tells me is right now, Not only are you super connected, but you have a lot of ancestral knowledge coming through. And when I say that, guys, it's not just like, whoa, ancestor. No. A lot of times our ancestors pull knowledge in, and it's like little epiphanies. Little epiphanies. And when we really think about these epiphanies, we're like, man, my grandma used to do that. My aunt used to do that. You see what I'm saying? Or we get pushed to research something, to learn something. And we find out that that's where our family line comes from. And that's why it resonates with us. You have a lot of really amazing ancestors that are pushing information your way. For some reason, I have a feeling they're doing it very slowly. So it's like, I don't want to overwhelm you. So we're just going to give you this little bit, and this little bit, and this little bit. But I will tell you, it's going to get to the point really, really soon where it's almost going to be overwhelming. Because when you have your ancestors stepping in and all of these things coming up and you pushing forward, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. I'm not going to lie. And you're going to feel crazy, but you're not. I promise. I promise. So this right here is going to be an interesting trek in your journey, I would say, over the next couple of months. Does that help, Miss Lisa? All right, B-Star, you ready? And I'm just going to drop everything because apparently you have kind of a jumble of shit going on, don't you, sweet pea? Pay attention to this, guys. So you also have the giveaway, but yours is a little bit different. Well, yours is a lot different. What yours is that you're holding on to way too much of other people's shit. This tells me that you are really, really a very talented empath, and people are taking full advantage of that. When you're an empath, guys, and just really anybody, you go anywhere, work, TikTok, whatever, you get other people's stuff stuck to you. It's almost like you start wearing a mud suit by the end of the day. Empaths take it on so much more. Now, just watching videos isn't going to do it to you, but when you go into people's lives, it's not just the person in front of you, it's all the people there too. You read a comment that really hits you in the heart. You read a comment that pisses you off. Like, you just end up taking on too much shit. So, Miss Sta, you need to get all the mud off of you. So, guys, you can cleanse your aura. You can cleanse yourself spiritually in a couple different ways. One is taking a bath in some sea salt and some rose. And it's going to be rose petal or it can be oil. If it's oil, just make sure it's therapeutic grade so it doesn't burn your skin. Okay? You can also drink water with lime. That will help internally cleanse all the spiritual shit off. Okay? All right, so let me get Miss Jill, and then I've got Alexis Pugh, and then I'll get the rest of my owl list. And I'm trying to merge my lists together here. All right, here you go, Alexis. So I've got you for 3. Oh no, let me do Miss Jill. Sorry. Brain. Okay. Well, here you go, Miss Jill. You have the standstill. Sometimes there's a reason that we hit the wall. There's a reason we hit the wall because we need to stop and we need to pivot to go around and find a different path. A standstill is just as important as rocketing forward, because when we're at a standstill, we see everything really clearly. We're able to look back and go, that's why that happened. That's why this person is in my life or not in my life. The standstill is the time when you look around. The standstill is the time when you notice the details and you pay attention and you gain the knowledge and you get the epiphanies. This is also a level up. Anytime you guys are going through a standstill, it's because you're going through a level up. And you have to process. You have to pay attention to everything going on. Okay? So, I hope that helps, Miss Jill. All right, Alexis. Let me get my list here. Put everybody that All right, Phantom, I got you. I got you for 3, love. Yellow Rose, I've got you for 2. Liz, I've got you for 1. Ray, I've got you for 1 too. All right, I think I've got everybody. All right, I love that TikTok started giving me a list. Makes me happy. All right, Miss Alexis, you ready? So I'm just going to start bouncing back and forth between both lists, guys, okay? But just know that everything is being streamed on YouTube, and you guys can totally go watch it later, okay? All right, Miss Alexis. So, you start off with the ageless, which is, I guess I could put it over here where you guys can see. This is healing. It's consciousness. It's also innate wisdom. Then you have the coyote. And then you have the journey. So, there's 2s in both of these, meaning there's a lot of dualism going on with you right now. So, Alexis, there is a very intense period of healing that I have a feeling you've already stepped both feet in. This is not necessarily shadow work. It's not necessarily trauma. It's not necessarily therapy. It's not necessarily that. We all go through very intense periods of healing where the universe tends to smack us with a lot of shit. So lately, you've really been smacked with a lot of trickery. You've been smacked with a lot of people taking advantage of you. And you've been smacked with a lot of, unfortunately, I have a feeling people kind of betraying your trust a little bit. And I fucking hate saying this, but it's part of the journey you had to be on. Some of these things you're going through right now are breaking some karmic bonds. They're breaking some soul bonds, because when we have karmic bonds, it's not just like, oh, okay, let me just not do that anymore. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. It's usually a life-changing experience. So as you're going through this, it's part of these, part of this journey, this karmic bond that you have to break. You have to let go of. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. But the great thing is that you're going to come out so much more wiser on the other side and healed in a way that you have never felt before. Karmic bonds, when they are cut, when they're broken, when you come out on the other side, that healing that's in there is utterly fan-fucking-tastic. It's utterly fantastic, okay? So, hopefully I can say this right. I'm just going to say Eli. Elihig. I can't even read my own writing. And then I have Deborah Westwood. And then I have Phantom for 3. And then I have Cynthia for 1. And I have more on my list, guys. So I got you. I got you. So, all right, Eli. I'm pulling from this deck for you. Okay. So you have Hades, Sweet Pea. Where I kind of went through a while ago, and I said that, you know, Hades is equality and wisdom and moving forward and so on. Here's the thing. It's also inevitability. Inevitability is, sorry, this stupid thing. I swear, I don't understand it. Why are you doing this? There we go. No. Okay. I was like, no, please don't do that. Okay. I think we've got it now. this is inevitability. So a lot of the wisdom that you've come to lately, I have a feeling that you've been looking back and going, man, if I just hadn't done this, if I just hadn't dated this person, if I just hadn't gone here, if I just hadn't. But the thing is, those things were inevitable. Those things were inevitable. Being inevitable means they had to happen no matter what. They had to happen no matter what. Good and bad. So what I would advise doing right now is looking back and going, okay, here's why all of these things are the way that they are. Here's why I'm right here right now, good and bad. Here's why this person was in my life. Here's why this person left my life. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes going back and connecting the dots is the best way to see that inevitable. Okay? That makes sense, love? All right. Miss Deborah Westwood. You ready, sugar? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. All right. So I think most of the tickets on my website are sold out, guys. I'm just letting you know. If you didn't get one, no big deal. I will schedule some more. I do not have my live schedule up just yet because I am traveling. For those of you guys that don't know me, just started following me or whatever, I live in Oklahoma. I'm currently in LA traveling. I'll be here till Tuesday, and I'm going back through Sedona. I have some special lives planned, but this weekend is when we're going to plan our travel schedule. So yeah, I'm just saying. Amazing things for y'all, just for y'all. All right, here we go. So, Deborah, ready? You have the caretaker of the lost, which is memory and assistance and moving forward, helping other people move forward. Then you have the circle, and then you have the drum. Girl, I would bet that you've had a while now where you're like, man, I feel like every broken person is sitting in my lap. It's like I have a beacon. They all come and find me. They all want to tell me their problems. I would bet that the number of people in the grocery store line telling you their whole life story has gone through the roof lately. Part of this is for two reasons. One is that you have an interesting calling and an interesting path to guide people. Two is that you're on the massive circle right now. It goes through ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes not so many people are telling you stuff. I think once you realize that you're supposed to be on this path of helping these people, that you're drawing the broken people in because it's not that it's your job, but it's your spiritual path to help them find their path, to give them some little teeny tiny block. It may seem small to you, but it's a boulder for them to step up on. When you realize that that's your path in life and you start really taking that path and walking it, you're going to find that all of these broken people are not broken after all. They simply needed that one last puzzle piece that you had to help them see the whole picture. I'm glad you said you felt like you're a messenger, because you absolutely are. You absolutely are. Just handing that one little puzzle piece and allowing them to just run forward from there. So, you need to embrace that path, Miss Deborah. You need to absolutely embrace that path, okay? It's a hard path, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But it's also a wonderful path, okay? All right, Phantom, you ready? I've got you for 3. Thank you, love. Okay, there's a lot to this one, isn't there? Let's see why you needed 3. Uh-huh. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Deborah. So, Phantom, here's what I drew for you. You ready? The first one is the Prince, which is sorrow. It's lost valor. It's kind of being knocked down and kicked in the nuts while you're down. Then you have the Ancient Ones. And then you have the Circle, which is sideways. This is the card that fell in my lap and I just barely caught it. I'm going to grab my drink here real quick. Maybe you guys get to see my shirt up close and personal. It's one of my favorite shirts. So, Phantom, first of all, let me say this, and I'm going to say it kind of in a giggly way. This right here tells me that you're stubborn as shit. Like, you're more stubborn than normal people, because the universe had to literally knock you down, knock you on your ass, and kick you in the butt a few times while you were down. Like, to the point where you were even saying, what the fuck, universe? What the fuck is going on? Obviously, you're really stubborn. Phantom, this is for you, love. With losing all of this stuff, with getting knocked down so hard, with it's what's funny is I don't feel like it gave you a victim mentality. Instead, it put so much in here that you're like, oh fuck no, I'm not doing this. You had to be knocked down. You had to lose all the things, because those things were part of different soul bonds, different karmic bonds, and paths that you were running down that were not your path. And the universe, I guess, has been trying to tell you, like, hey, not your path, not your person, not your job, etc. And you're like, no, 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 this is what I want. So the universe is like, all right, all the things, bye. So with all the things being gone, does that make sense? You've been shifted into a spot where, here's the fantastic thing. These 2 cards right here, the way that the circle is sideways, tells me that you've lost so damn much. You've lost so damn much that your path is not set in stone now. What's fantastic about that is that your path is not set in stone, meaning you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. If you were sitting in front of me right now, I'd want to look at your palm. I'd want to look at your palm. You had to lose all those things because they had to happen. You had to have some of this wisdom come in about, oh my God, this is stupid. Why am I in this meat sack? Because you've hit the point on your path where you're in an amazing free fall. You can free fall however and wherever you want right now. And you need to embrace that, like, with everything. You need to embrace it with everything in you. You literally can do whatever the fuck you want. Just saying. You can do whatever you want. You are the master of your own destiny at this point, because you already did all the hard shit. You did all the hard shit. I was like, why can't I write? Because I didn't do my pen. All right, Miss Cynthia, you ready? Maybe. Here we go, love. Sometimes the best part of our path is being in that free fall. I am not gonna lie. All right, here we go, Miss Cynthia. Oh, so you have Beauty Way. So this card right here is one of the most peaceful cards in the deck. The lotus, the pink lotus, is a representation of inner peace, of Buddhism, of Zen. And the dragonfly is a messenger from the other side. This right here tells me that you've been getting a lot of messages lately from people that have passed on, from people that you miss. They're trying to help you find this inner calm, this zen, this different way of walking your path, walking really calmly, walking really lightly, like almost tiptoeing through things, but still walking proud. So, Miss Cynthia, this also tells me that you've come from a very rocky road. Some of it was probably not even a road there anymore, so washed out. You've made it through all that, sweet pea. Looking back across those rocks and looking back down the mountain at how far you've come is going to show you exactly where this inner peace sits and where it lies within you. Guys, inner peace is much easier to find than y'all ever would realize. So much easier to find. You have no idea. You have no idea. So yeah. All right, Miss Yellow Rose, I've got you for 2, love. You ready? You're really in a fierce place, aren't you, sugar? Okay. Here you go, Miss Yellow Rose. You start off with Danu, which is motherhood, it's fierceness, and it's creation. Then you have the journey. So what this right here tells me is that it's almost like you just stepped out into a whole new path and everything is just lit up and beautiful, sunshine everywhere. And I want you to notice too how the cards flow together color-wise. This is a lot of greens, a lot of healing, and a lot of yellows, which is coming into your own happiness. Being happy and having happiness are 2 different things, guys. Being happy is being happy in here, no matter what the fuck's going on around you. Having happiness is external. When I'm talking about it, it's external. You're coming into, not coming into it, you just stepped into it. You just stepped out into this amazing bright light. And you're being fierce about protecting it. And I will never tell you to not be fierce about protecting your light, protecting your path, and protecting where you're going. Sweetheart, you have an amazing fire that you're bringing to the world right now. Do not lose this fierceness, okay? People are going to try to stomp on it, and people are going to poo-poo it and put it down and piss you off and make fun of it and everything else. Fuck those people. Fuck those people. You don't need that kind of bullshit, because you have a massive fire that you're bringing to the world right now. Don't let anybody else squash it, okay? Don't let anybody else squash it. So, I hope that helps, sweet pea. Fuck those people. Fuck those people. All right. So I have T. Myers, and if that would pop back up, I could see who's on my... You're so welcome, sugar. I could see who's on my list here. There. Oh, about the time I went to hit it, it changed back. I'm like, quit changing back, man. All right. Let's see who I've not got on my list here so I can make sure I get everybody. Gotcha. Sweet. Why won't it let me see everybody now? Okay. So I know a couple of you guys sent in owls. Hey, Tiffany or Sass, will you do me a favor? Because that just, I don't know what that just did. So will one of you guys look at the last 4 people that sent owls for me and give me their names, pretty please? It should say hopefully on there. If you guys can't see it, I'll go through and look. So, all right. T. Myers, you ready? Thank you, Miss Tiff. I appreciate it, love. All right. Here you go. So you start off with Hades, which we've seen him a couple of times in this. It is equality. It's wisdom. It's acquisition. Then you have Coyote, which is trickster energy. It's also pack mentality. But you end, I got you, Miss Ray. You end with the sacrifice. You end with the sacrifice. Yes, you are, Miss Minnie. I've got you here in just a couple. What this tells me is that you kind of have some foxes in the hen house right now, love. You have some people that are in your circle that are not actually in your circle. They're physically there, but all the other stuff, they're not there. Got you, Elizabeth. So, gotcha, Sassy. Whoever this is, I have a feeling that it's one person, but they're pulling other people in, if that makes sense. Whatever it is they're saying, they're spreading, etc., they're pulling these other people into their way of thinking. And you're going to have to cut off your arm to save the rest of your body. Does that make sense? You're going to have to cut that part out and off, and they do not need access to you anymore. They don't need access to you anymore. They do not have your best interest in mind, and they're going to continue to undermine and to rot out that foundation that you've built. They're going to continue to do that on purpose. I would advise trying to cut this tie sooner rather than later. So yeah, sooner rather than later. Because this is not a good thing. Okay? So guys, instead of sending any more owls because it's jacking up whatever's going on right there, it's not allowing me to see the last 5. So my mods are going back and helping me look for them. If there are not tickets on my website left, then no worries. I will be back on here this week. I will have my live schedule updated over the next couple of days. Okay, so you guys can see. Yeah, you need to really, and I have a feeling that with this situation and this person in particular, you've probably already been like, man, I know eventually I'm going to have to cut this person off. But it needs to be sooner rather than later. Okay? It needs to be much sooner rather than later. Okay? Yeah, does that make sense? Gotcha. So, all right, Miss Liz, you ready? Yeah, you've got one more that's kind of a, they're kind of a snake in the hen house. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Liz, you have the owl. In this case, this is some interesting omens that are popping up around you. I'm not going to say bad because they're not bad. It's like they're just neutral. Now, when these are popping up, these signs that are smacking you in the face, I think that you're taking them as bad. Does that make sense? Hey, Gimpy, my friend. How are you, love? I think that you're taking them as bad, but they're really neutral. Sometimes we have neutral things that smack us in the face because we're swinging too far one way or the other. We're swinging too far down this path, or we're getting too lost in this person or whatever. Does that make sense? So when these things are hitting you, when these epiphanies, these, miss your face, Gimpy, honey. When these things are hitting you, just look at them at face value. Just look at them at face value. Okay? You don't have to read anything more into it. Start practicing saying, it is what it is. When somebody leaves your life, it is what it is. When some of them come into your life, it is what it is. Don't look at everything in a negative light, love, okay? Just look at it at face value. You'll see the good and the bad in both, okay? All right. So, CSS, I got you there, love. So, you don't have to do anything with an owl, honey, okay? All right. Yeah, so we're having issues seeing the last owls. So that's why I was like, if you guys sent an owl, let me know. If you guys sent on the website, no worries. Okay? Like, I've got you on the list. Okay? My list is a little long right now. I'm just letting you know. Let me refresh and I'll tell you where I'm at on the list. Why I'm doing this, I don't know. Maybe. All right. So there's 25 people on my list right now, and I'm about halfway through that, okay? So if you guys can't stay, don't have time, whatever, no big deal. I'm streaming on YouTube, so you can go and watch it, okay, at any time. Gotcha? So, yeah. If you guys sent an owl, will you let one of my mods know? Dizzy, you did? Okay. You're one of the ones I didn't get on my list. I remember your evil eye, but there's a couple of people that have evil eyes that I haven't got to see. So yeah, I won't set the owls for longer than 10 now since I can't see them. All right. Rosie Ryan, you ready? Gotcha, be sassy. Yeah, I got you. I saw it pop up. You guys on YouTube, don't stress. It's me making things more complicated than it needs to be. So, gotcha. Did you send one, Full Moon Love? You may be the other one that I'm missing. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Rosie Ryan, this is a lot. You got a lot of shit going on. I see you there, girl. All the roses. All right. You do have a lot going on. Okay. You start off with the Martyr card, which is honesty and shame, retribution. Then you have the Mystical Shaman. And then you have the Medical Wheel. Medicine, medical. Words are hard. Miss Rosie, I don't think I'm the first person to tell you this. Love, you need to be walking a more healing path. You literally need to be walking a shamanic path. You're being called to work in all the spiritual realms. Now, I'm going to say this, guys. If someone tells you that you need to be walking a shamanic path, that you need to be training to become a shaman or whatever, it's not an easy path at all. It's lonely and it fucking sucks sometimes. And you go without sleep and you go without food and you go without all this stuff because you're working and you're doing things and you forget because meat sacks are stupid. But it's an amazing path that allows you to connect people to the universe. It allows you to pull answers from things and places that are so fantastical no one would believe you. Training to become a shaman is not something that happens overnight. You don't just wake up and go, I'm a shaman. It doesn't happen that way. You have to have someone help you and train you down that path. Miss Rosie, this is why you have so much going on. Penny, no more owls because I can't see the list. I can't, it's only letting me see 10. Miss Rosie, you've been through all of this shit here because it was removing all of, you know, when a tree has vines on it and gets overgrown. That's exactly what happened. You have all of these vines that have overgrown on your tree, and it was literally stomping your tree out. It was sucking all the life out of your tree. That's why all those vines got cut. Because this path right here is super, super important for you to go forward on. super important. So I would highly advise looking into learning how to become a shaman, Miss Rosie, whether it's from me or whether it's from someone else, whoever you are drawn to learn from, okay? It's the path the universe needs you to be on, sweetie. And I have a feeling it's been popping up for you a lot. So I hope that helps, Miss Rosie. You're welcome very much. All right, Ray, you ready? No wonder you were excited. This is the fire card, Ray. This is action and energy and moving forward and not looking back. Your soul is literally on fire right now in a fantastic way. So this right here tells me that you've got more energy than you know what to do with. And I would bet you're probably struggling to figure out where to put your energy. Which direction do you go? Now, this is going to sound like terrible, terrible advice, okay? But trust me, it will help. Fall down all the rabbit holes at the same time. Fall down all of them. Because what this tells me right here is that you want to learn all the things all the time right now. I would bet you have a problem sleeping. I would bet you have a hard time concentrating. Like you start to watch this video and then you're like, oh yeah, that reminds me, I was going to learn about this. So you skip over to this video and then you're reading this article and then you're watching this, and it's okay. It's okay. When we get this fire like this in our soul, it's okay to jump, 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 jump. Because that's what our soul needs. There's some little piece that you're getting from each thing you're watching, from each thing you're reading. You're getting exactly what the universe needs you to get. Don't force yourself to sit and read a 3-page article when all you needed was that one paragraph that you saw to begin with. Don't force yourself to watch all the videos all the way through when what you needed was that one little tidbit in the middle or at the beginning or wherever it was that you caught it. Okay? Don't force yourself to stay on one path, on one rabbit hole. The way the spiritual world is right now, all the rabbit holes really kind of merge into one huge, massive sinkhole. Fall down all the rabbit holes, Ray. Give yourself permission to fall down all the rabbit holes. Okay? You're going to feel crazy. Everybody feels crazy on their path, but just know that you're not. Okay? All right. Miss Natalie Parks, you ready? So, believe it or not, ADHD is a wonderful thing when it comes to your spiritual practice, because it means that you have the drive to learn all the things and the ability to learn all the things. And I know that sounds weird, but when your brain skips from one thing to another, it's almost like a fast track, because the universe is pulling out the pieces you need the most. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Natalie's like, let's go. All right, Miss Natalie. You are so funny. Look at Sass. Works for me. Hey, having a spiritual ADHD is fantastic. I'm just saying. Everything is a gift, guys. This is one of the things I talked about last night at the event, was that the way the West treats mental illness and any kind of thing like that is to throw pills at it, throw all these other things like stigmas and stuff at it, whereas in other parts of the world, they treat it like a gift. If you guys start treating these things like a gift, you're going to see them in a lot different light. I have epilepsy, and it fucking sucks, and I have seizures all the time, and I can't words correctly because it's literally damaging the word bank and the memory in my brain. But I embrace it because I can connect so easy, and I'm able to help so many people. It's a fucking gift. Just saying. All right, Natalie. You start off with Thanatos, which is completion. Then you have Pachamama, which is Mother Earth. And then you have the giveaway. Okay? girl, you feel different lately because you are. You feel different lately because that part of your life that was before is done. It's over. It's done. The Pachamama card is there because you need to understand that that old you is literally no more, period. You're going to have to grieve the old you. You're going to have to let the old you stay in that spot back there. You're already stepping into the new you. You've got to let go of the old you. And this is one of the hardest things that we all face as we move forward, spiritual path or not. Hey, Miss Jen, thank you, honey. We end up getting stuck grieving the old part of ourselves because, thank you, Misty, we don't realize we have to grieve that part. It's just like grieving when you have a divorce. It's just like grieving when you lose a job that you've had for 10 years. It's a loss. Even though it's great to step into a new path and a new person, it's still a loss. It's still a loss. You have to grieve that part of yourself so you can full on step into the you that is now. Does that make sense, Natalie? So everybody grieves differently. If you need to have the old you a little funeral, do so. Do so. Celebrate the things the old you accomplished. But grieve the old you. Okay? Grieve the old you. Okay? Does that help, Miss Natalie? Grieve the old you, and you'll be able to let that part go and fully immerse yourself into the new you. Okay? All right, Dizzy, you ready? Yeah, there's nothing worse than being stuck in both worlds. I'm sorry, but I have a feeling you really needed to hear that. All right, Dizzy, you have the rattle, love. Okay, the rattle means that you feel, you really feel this intense calling to move forward. But the problem is, it's just like you hear it drumming up back there, and it's just getting louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. But it hasn't solidified yet. It hasn't formed what it needs to yet. So this also tells me that you're stressed about that. That you hear it, you feel it, you see it, like you literally hear everything coming. But the problem is, it's not solidifying anything yet. I was hoping I could edit that, but I cannot. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got it. It's not time for you to have your path completely illuminated yet. Okay? It's not time yet. Yet. When the rattle appears, it's because the universe is building up all that energy before you get slingshot. So you need to have your big kid pants on before the slingshot happens, because a lot of times we're never ready for that slingshot. We're never ready for that slingshot. It's just going to go forward. It's just going to go forward in an intense, crazy way. So, I got you, full moon, honey. Don't stress about where you're going just yet, Dizzy, okay? Enjoy this. A lot of times we get too caught up in thinking, I got to know where I'm going, gotta know where I'm going. We forget to enjoy the energy. Enjoy the buildup. Enjoy the anticipation. But make sure you start preparing and have your big kid pants on. Like, probably a diaper, some rubber pants on top of it. Like, because when you get slingshot, like, it kind of scares the piss out of you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. So, make sure You have everything prepared. Okay. All right, Miss Laura Andrews, are you ready? So I'm going back and forth between my list and the owls, guys, okay? All right, here we go, love. And then I'm going to drop your card on the floor, so I got to make sure I pick it up exactly the way it fell. Hey, Miss Amy Casey, how are you? All righty. Here we go. So, Miss Laura Andrews, you actually have the eternal servitor upside down. So this is hope and incompleteness and yearning. Now, I'm not taking this as hope being upside down. I'm taking it as incompleteness and yearning being upside down. So when there's a card like this, that means that it's going like that. Okay? Then you have the staff and you have the heart of the sky. So what this tells me is that you're coming out of a period of feeling very incomplete. You're coming out of coming out of a time of your life where you were looking at all the grass on the other side of the fence, thinking, man, that life looks great. That place looks great. That job looks great. That relationship looks great. You're coming out of this time in your life of coveting other things. The reason that you're coming out of it, somebody put their foot down. And with putting their foot down, with slamming that rod in the ground, it's like it knocked all of that other shit out of your path. But you've had all the other shit for so long that when this hit, I think that it kind of knocked you on your butt a little bit. And it was meant to knock you on your butt. The heart of the sky is really being in tune with the universe, being in tune with every single aspect, of what's going on around you. Okay? It's the ability to channel messages. It's the ability to know all the things. And it's a very intense feeling. So that right there also tells me that here lately you've been feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. And just know that that will ease up a little bit. It will ease up a little bit, because in knowing that this is where you're headed, to learn to channel, to learn to be, almost do what I'm doing, because channeling is not quite this is just divination. Channeling is a lot different. It takes a lot out of you. In learning to do that, yes, you see the bad, and yes, you feel the weight of the world, but you feel removed from it. You feel like you're sideways looking over at it. Okay? So this is a big thing coming up for you, Miss Laura. Know that it's coming. No amount of big girl pants are going to help you get prepared for that. Because when it happens, it kind of flings you sideways. That's the only way I can explain it. So, all right, Miss Elizabeth, you ready? I've just got you for one, but I feel like they need to come from here. It needs to, see, right there. Of course it's fucking... How many times am I going to pull this card today? And now that I've pointed it out, I'm sure I won't pull him again, because that's usually what happens. So, this is the Hades card, Elizabeth. This is inevitability. It's also equality and wisdom. So, with this, you need to be going back to school, girl. And I don't necessarily mean go get back in college or whatever. You need to be immersing yourself in old knowledge. Whether this is getting some copies of older spiritual books or whatever on Amazon, or falling down the rabbit holes online, whatever. You need to be looking into some of the more ancient knowledge that's out there. Okay? Some great things to look at are some older papyrus like the Midas liturgy, some things like the Solomonic texts. Some of the Greek texts are utterly fabulous. Same with Egyptian texts. So I would be falling down and looking into some of that ancient knowledge. I have a feeling that you've probably already been drawn and looking at it. So, oh my God. So that kind of made my hair stand on end. For those of you guys on YouTube, she said, oh my God, I just got accepted into graduate school yesterday for a master's in Native American leadership. I love that. It's exactly what you need to be doing, sugar. Exactly what you need to be doing. Congratulations. Congratulations. I am sure every single person here shares my sentiment when they say congratulations. And we're proud of you, sweetheart. We're proud of you. That's exactly what you need to be doing. Like literally, I have massive goosebumps all over my arm when I read that. There's your confirmation that yes, you're on the right path. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Congratulations. If I can words correctly, congratulations. I love when things happen like that. It makes me happy. See, everybody's saying congratulations. All right, Miss Minnie, are you ready? Yep, synergy, serendipity, me dropping cards. All right. I'm just, sometimes the cards amaze me. So sometimes I'm like, I'm not surprised by anything, and then something like that happens, and yeah. All right, Miss Minnie, why are the cards being thrown this morning? Make sure I put it exactly how it fell. Okay, Miss Minnie, you have some interesting shit going on. So you have the Ageless Sideways, which is healing and consciousness, etc. Gotcha, Miss Raven. It's healing and consciousness, etc. It's also graciousness and acceptance. And then you have the spiral. And then you have the arrow, and this is how it fell on the floor, so I picked it up exactly how it fell. The air conditioner just came on, and it's cold as shit in here now. So, first of all, Minnie, I wish I could give you a big hug, because this right here tells me that you've kind of been pulled off the path that you forgot you stepped on. And I said it that way for a reason. I said it that way for a reason. When I see the arrow like this, that means it's going like that. That means the path that you were on, the one that you stepped on, the one that you put yourself on, I think it was probably unintentionally, it's about to be over. It's about to be completely cut off and done. Over. And I have a feeling that you already know this. You have a feeling you already know this. And you've already been seeing all of the signs. So here's the only thing I can say about this. You need to start accepting that that path is about over. You need to start letting go. You need to start grieving that part of you. Because when it finally cuts the last bit off, there's not going to be a warning. Right now, you've got all these warnings. It's not going to be a warning. It's just going to be done. Since this fell like this, and that's very close to this, it's going to be really soon. Okay? It's going to be really soon. So you need to start accepting that that part is over. That part of your life, that time, that situation, that's over. and you're going to have to let it go. If you let it go first, it's much easier than the universe going, because that's what's about to happen. Okay? I hope that helps, Miss Minnie. I hope that helps, Miss Minnie. So, all right, be sassy. Are you ready? I got one card for you. Good or bad situation? I have a feeling that at first it was a good situation, but here lately it's been horrible. It's been one of those situations where it feels like your soul is being drug through the mud with concrete blocks to attach to your feet. You know what I mean? Just that, like, I don't want to do this anymore, but at the same time you don't know how to get out of it, but the universe is pulling it for you. Okay? All right. Be sassy. You also have the fire. You also have the fire. Yours is a little different than Ray's. Yours is that yes, you have a ton of energy right now, but yours is different. Instead of needing to do all the things, and I need to learn this, I need to learn that, you have this beautiful, beautiful golden light that's inside of you that's so bright. I'm so sorry. Because when this happens, people can only take you in small doses. The right people can take all of that light, but most people can only take you in small doses. Because your light and your path is so fucking bright going forward from here, people get jealous. People can't handle it because they are in no way close to the vibe that you suddenly hit. Other people, they want to take that light and they want to dim it. It's not so much that they're jealous. It's that, unfortunately, there are people in this world, just like there are light workers, there are those that strive to bring down the light workers. It's not that it's like some secret sect of them or whatever. It's just people that are put in your path. The people that are put in your path that they cause problems, they keep you in a shitty relationship forever, they keep you in a shitty job forever, they hold you back from walking on your path. It's kind of their job to do that. The universe requires balance. The universe requires balance. So, do not squash your own fire and your own light for anyone else. Period. If they can't handle it, that's their fucking problem. Okay? Got me? Don't let anybody squash your light. Period. You're welcome. I kind of have a feeling that there's some people around you or coming your way that are going to be trying to do that. All right, Miss Thomasina, you ready? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, I am about halfway through my list here. Well, actually over halfway through my list here. And I'm almost done with my owl list, guys, okay? So still got just a little bit, but know that I am streaming on YouTube, so you guys can go through and there's another one in there. Got you. Yep, right there. Damn. Okay, Miss Thomasina. So you guys can go and watch it on YouTube if you missed it or you just want to rewatch it. That's what I needed. Thank you. Okay. So I drew the first card and then I was like, no. There's one there. So you have the Golden Empress, which is potency and power and magnetism. And then you have the Matriarch. And notice that the colors are almost identical, yeah? It's a lot of gold. The Matriarch is rejection, but it's also opportunities and consequences. So it's like the good and the bad. It's kind of balanced. Not saying that this is bad, but you know what I'm saying? Good and the bad. But over here, this one fell in my lap, so I'm doing it exactly the way that it lays. This is fire as well. Now, apparently, we're going to have the fire card all the time. This is fire as well, but notice that it's whopper jawed a little bit. Right now, the things that are going on in your life is because there has to be balance. There has to be balance. You have the good and you have the bad. And I have a feeling they're kind of doing this lately. When the cards are like this, it tells me that they're going like that. It's moving upwards. So your life is literally coming into balance right now. It's going to be a little bit more give and take, ebb and flow. Oh, you're a Libra. So are you having that week that all the Libras are having? Everything is coming into balance for you. I don't think it's going to be too long because of this being like this. I don't think it's going to be too long. But just know there's still going to be some back and forth between you feeling amazingly powerful and like, I have this, I'm on top of the fucking world, and over here with like some rejection and some consequences and like, why the fuck did I do that kind of feelings. When our life comes into balance, a lot of weird shit happens around us. Things are brought in and things are taken away at the same time. You have to learn to appreciate all of that. But I also have this feeling that you've been asking for balance. You've been asking for balance. You've been asking for things to be more than they are. When they have to be more than they are, they have to be in balance. Also tells me that you're finally finding solid footsteps on your path and going forward. When the universe starts putting your life into balance, it's because it knows that you don't need to be pushed one way or the other because you're on the right path. So, does that help, love? I think that it's more confirmation for you than anything. A lot of times we can feel that our life is coming into balance, but we don't trust ourselves enough to know that it's actually coming into balance. Yours is. So, you're welcome, sugar. It's good to see your face. Good to see your name. When I saw your name popped up, I was like, all right. So I have Jen, then Cinda Crawford, then Full Moon, I have you for 3, then Natasha Morris, then I have Raven on here, then Colleen Shreve, Nicole, I'm going to murder your last name, Nicole. So Colleen, I have you for 3. Nicole, I have you for 3. Mata, how are you? And then Lisa and Marissa for all for 1. Okay. So let me grab my whoopee because I'm freezing. Thank you, Cheryl. You're just as amazing, honey. Balance is the word of the day. So is letting go of the shit. So is letting go of the shit. All right. Y'all may get to see the Bodhi eat in front of you too here in just a minute. I'm just saying. They may or may not have brought me McDonald's. I know, Sass, it's not the best breakfast, but it's food. It's not beef jerky and fruit snacks. Jen, are you ready? Ready, Jen? So yesterday, y'all, we forgot to eat. We had such a busy day. We ate in the morning, but yeah, we forgot the rest of the day, and we ate shit. And I felt like shit last night, and I felt like shit this morning. So, Miss Jen, you have the Leper King. This is bravery. It's also faith, self-discipline, trusting in yourself. We are not having a safety meeting because I'm already on it. I will take a nap today, and I will eat all the foods. The good foods, not beef jerky and fruit snacks. I do have grapes and a plum and Gatorade. But I know that's not a meal. I mean, technically it's a meal. Okay, I digress. Don't tell Sass. Miss Jen. Miss Jen. I'm just gonna let you know that this right here is telling me two things. Words. I'm now laughing at myself and laughing at the comments. Okay, I no longer can see comments. This right here tells me two things, Jen. One, that you have a massive steel backbone in there. You have a massive steel backbone in there. Two, it tells me that that backbone is about to get tested again. You are that person here in this life, in this meat sack, that is dealing with a lot of checking things off the karma list, checking things off the soul list. You're an amazingly strong person. The things that are sent your way, that have been sent your way, and that are going to be sent your way, is because part of it, you're one of those souls that has come here like, let's just get all the hard shit out of the way so I can knock some time off my meat sack sentence. A lot of people are here like that right now. We're here with the world in the dumpster fire, floating down the Mississippi River to knock some time off to help other people around us, and that's exactly why you're here, Miss Jen. So you still have some shit coming your way. Okay. Okay. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see your little comments there. I see your little comments there. Look, see, Leanne knows. Leanne knows I see you. Shit. Miss Cinda, you ready? I love you guys so much. You have no idea. You're welcome, Miss Jen. So, Sass Cinda over on YouTube said, "Ugh, McDonald's." I don't care if I get in trouble or not. I'm still gonna do it. Okay, here you go, Miss Cinda. Y'all on YouTube are missing it. They're like really on me, and I just dropped cards. Make sure to pick them up exactly the way they fell. I love you too, Miss Lisa. Thank you, Christine. Oh, okay. Ready, Miss Cinda? The dollar store restaurant. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Can I call it that from now on? I think that's funny as fuck. My bangs are doing its thing again, y'all. Don't give them any attention. You're not wrong. That's fucking okay. Sorry. That was funny shit. So you start off with these two cards above on the floor are interesting. So this is Abaddon, and it's like this. Abaddon is corruption and malice. And then you have the Traveler, which is sideways, and this is the Crossroads. Notice it's sideways. We're going to talk about those two, and then we're going to talk about this one real quick, okay? Because this right here tells me that Abaddon card, and this is the way they fell, okay? They fell like that. That's how I picked them up. That Abaddon card tells me that you have somebody that's fucking with you on purpose. You literally have somebody that is fucking with you sheerly out of malice. The thing is, we're going to talk about this card in a second. There's an interesting crossroads that you're on, and that's around you, and I'll explain that, okay? A crossroads, guys, is an interesting place. It's a place where deals are made. It's a place where things are gotten rid of. It is a new beginning. It can also be an ending. They're protected. Crossroads are very protected. So whoever this person is, they know that you're at a crossroads, and they know that there's a crossroads around you. This is the hummingbird. And usually when I see the hummingbird, I know it has spiritual meaning. I know it has all this stuff. But with this, when I see the hummingbird, this is a message. This is somebody that's passed away that is doing everything they can to protect you from that person who is just operating around you out of pure assholery. I tried to be cool and say assholery, and I fucked up the word before it. This person right here is doing everything they can to protect you from this. So this is also a lady. I don't know why, but she shows me a big bell dress with little flowers on it. It's like a big dress like that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a doll dress. Anyway, it's got little flowers all in it and a white ruffle at the bottom. But she's showing me that she's absolutely protecting you from this situation and this person. So the next time that this person starts to leave your life, let them go. Let them go. I have a feeling they're in this push-pull with you. They do that. They push, pull, push, pull. Let them go because she's going to take care of it. This crossroads that you're at, here's what I'd recommend, because right now you're very protected in it. I would literally just sit in the middle of that bitch. I would just take a pause and I would sit in the middle of that crossroads. That's exactly what I would do. Until the coast is clear, until the all clear is given to you. I would just sit your butt right in the middle of that crossroads and enjoy the protection and enjoy letting all of this stuff happen to the person that's been operating out of malice. She asked, for those you got on TikTok, she asked if I knew who it was. This isn't somebody that's currently in your path. They're not in your life. They ebb and flow. They've come in and out of your life a few times now. I have a feeling this is a family member. So it's somebody that you get really close to, you talk to, you realize that they're very toxic, and you kind of cut them off and you swing away and then right back on it. Right back on it. So I would sit your butt in the middle of that protected crossroads and I would enjoy every second of it. Sit there and be the Zen little monk in the middle and be like, don't I tell y'all? That's exactly what I'd recommend. That's exactly what I'd recommend, Miss Cinda. Does that help? Gotcha. I don't think this person's very close to you right now. So, all right, full moon, you ready? Oh, thank you, Miss Cheryl. I love that. Really, I do. Thank you. Girl, me too. The more I travel, all right, I don't think so, Tim. That was just me shuffling weird. The more I travel, the more I realize that I just need an RV. Or a bigger car, which is fixing to happen anyway. And just gypsy this shit. So, before you guys say anything about me using that word, because somebody will inevitably. Y'all know I didn't use it as a slur, and plus I come from an Irish line, so just saying what I'm saying. Don't make me threaten you with it. All right, here we go, full moon. You ready? So, you start off with the martyr, which is honesty and shame and retribution. Then, of course, I was not expecting to see him again since I made a big old deal of it. But here's Hades again with equality, wisdom, inevitability. Then you also have the circle. So, Sweet Pea. The things that happened in the past are in the past. The things that you've done in the past, the things that have been done to you, the things that the person you were is all in the past, babe. It's all in the past. And I have a feeling more than one of you guys sitting here needs to hear this. It doesn't matter what the fuck you've done. It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter how down you got, how up you got. It's in the past. Every single moment is a new moment. I know people are like, every day is a new day. It is. But every single fucking moment is a new moment. Every moment. Sometimes it just takes you standing at a window watching a car go by to have that moment that shifts you. Sometimes it takes huge things to shift you. Sometimes we get caught up in looking back at, oh my God, I can't believe I did this, or I was that person, or whatever. It's over. It happened. It is what it is. You can't change it. And it was what needed to happen in this life for you to go forward on your path. It had to happen. Embrace it. Okay? Embrace it. Every moment you have a chance to change, every moment you have a path in front of you that is great, that is wonderful, and one that's horrible. Every single moment, you can choose to be whoever the fuck you want to be. You want to be a unicorn pineapple? Go be a fucking unicorn pineapple. Okay? Every single thing in the past is in the past. Stop wearing it like a battle cloak and wear it like a medal of honor. Okay? We all have chests full of medals at this point. Put it there. Remember it. Know that you suffer the wounds from it, but don't wear it like a cloak. Okay? So, it's up to you when you change. Okay, full moon? You have the power to do all of that. And I would like my laptop to come back on. There we go. All right. Miss Natasha Morris, are you ready? I hope that helps, Shug. And I hope that you saying I'm in tears already, I hope those are good tears. Y'all, if you ever tell me that you're crying, you have to tell me if it's good tears or not. Because if I make bad tears, then I'll feel like a dick. All right, really? I love when you guys are like, let's go. Apparently so, because this card flung way the hell over there. Like, y'all don't know, I'm like a short shit. Like, I don't have long legs. So I had to reach for that one. Okay. So, Miss Natasha, you start off with this. The Lady of Masks, which is reclaiming yourself. Then you have the Sorcerer, which is the one that flung way the hell over there. And I keep saying it for a reason. We'll chat. And then the Crow. Girl, I don't know who the hell decided that it was okay to make you feel the way that you feel about yourself in a bad way. I don't mean that in a good way. Now, I know people are like, well, nobody can make you do anything. Yes, you can. If you've never been in a verbally abusive situation, you have no idea the things that someone can make you do or feel or believe. So, Miss Natasha, I don't know who has made you believe that you are not a powerful ass motherfucker, but fuck them in their face for making you believe that. Love, you have an immense amount of personal power. You have an immense amount of magic in there. And you know it. And you know it. But they've made you feel crazy, like you have to hide behind some fucking porcelain mask and be a Barbie doll and not embrace this magical badass motherfucker that you are. Fuck that person, man. They're gonna get their karma. They're gonna get all their karma. I'm just letting you know. A lot of times, the people that are here that have this insane, amazing power are exactly the ones that draw those asshole-ish people to them. people that have a path in this life that are not good people, they're drawn to those people that have an immense amount of personal power. They want to use it for themselves. They want to siphon it off. All you guys have to do is look at some of the different celebrities, the singers, the actresses, the actors that had this amazing, beautiful, glorious light around them, and they were rocketing forward, and something snuffed it out. It threw them into an addiction. It threw them into the wrong whatever. Because they had this amazing power and this amazing light. That's where you are, love. I think that this is just confirmation. Me telling you this is just confirmation of what you already knew, but you felt crazy in knowing. Which also tells me that you probably were in a pretty verbal abusive relationship, emotionally abusive relationship. Whether it's a family member or a loved one. And I'm really sorry. And just know that person will get their karma for that. Sweet pea, you're an immensely powerful fucking magical being, and don't you ever let anybody else ever tell you anything different again. Okay? I'll get off my soapbox now. That help you, Miss Natasha? So, all right, Raven, I've got you down for 1 here. So I've got Raven down for 1. Then I've got Colleen, Nicole, Mata, Lisa, and Marissa. Thank you, Sugar. All right. Here we go, Raven Love. You are so welcome, honey. You are so welcome. So my list is closed for the day, guys. I've actually been reading for about 2 hours. And then I'm just going to drop all of my cards on the floor. All of them. All of them. Obviously not the ones you needed, Raven, huh? No. Well, here we go. You have the Traveler. So I'm going to tell you about that while I pick up the mess I just made. This is like, this may be 72 card pickup here. So the Traveler, tell me that you're a spiritual person without telling me you're a spiritual person. So I just knocked one of my shoes over in trying to pick up these cards, right? And they were shoes that I wore down here. And there are like three rocks that fell out of those shoes. And I'm like, how the fuck did I have 3 rocks in those shoes? But they probably fell out of my pants or my woobie pockets. How many of you guys know what a woobie is? Because I'm asking this everywhere now. I call this my woobie. It's my Marie Laveau's hoodie. I also have other things I call my woobie, these big wool wraps. How many of you guys know what a woobie is? Because I found that some people don't know what a fucking woobie is. Just saying. If you guys have never watched the 80s movie Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton, go do it. Go do it. Dudes. Yeah, this is my woobie. I don't go anywhere without my woobie. And when I do, I regret it every fucking time. All right. The Traveler. Miss Raven. This is restlessness. It's independence. It's knowing that you need to be free and knowing that you need to move forward, but not knowing how you need to do it. And it's a very, very frustrating place to be. It's a very frustrating place to be. So let me say this. You kind of already know how to change things. You know how to move forward. You know where you want to go. The key is to use that restlessness as a catalyst. Because sometimes we get restless and we just go, I'd really like to change, but, you know, I've got all this stuff to do and that stuff to do, and I really need to do this, I need to do that. Need and want are two different things. You need to breathe. You want a Porsche. You need to eat. You want to go to Hawaii. Do you see the difference? And I know those are drastic. I know they're drastic. But when you use that restlessness as a catalyst, oh, here, I thought I was cool and picked up all my cards, and I did not. When you use that restlessness as a catalyst, suddenly want becomes a have. Use that restlessness as a catalyst, and next thing you know, you're in Hawaii on the beach because you've used that restlessness and that need and that moving forward as a push, as a catalyst for busting ass and getting there. Do you see what I'm saying? Use that restlessness as power to push you forward and work toward that Porsche. Now, I know those are like worldly examples, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Use that restlessness to your advantage, sweetheart. Okay? So, Colleen, are you ready, sugar? I have you for 3. All right, here we go. I'm good. How are you? How are you, Jimmy? It's a little early in the day for you to be awake, is it not? There you are, Miss Colleen. Hi, Amari. How are you? All right. All right. Throwing cards at me. You are so welcome, sweetheart. You are so welcome. I love you too. I think it's a little early for anybody to be awake. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Here we go, Miss Colleen. You ready? I'm fantastic. I need a nap. And I need to go to the beach. And yes, I said need. Because I do need sleep. But I also do need to go play in the water somewhere. So we were out there last night. We had a big shamanic mediumship circle on the beach. And I'm not going to lie. It was utterly fantastic. That will happen again. I promise. So those of you guys, when I'm coming close to you and it's on the coast, know there are going to be beach things happening because it was amazingly grounded. Hearing the waves in the background was utterly fantastic. And who doesn't love fire? So you have all the elements at one time out there. You have the water, you have the sand, the earth, you have the fresh air, and fire. All right. So, Colleen, you start off with the eternal servitor, which is hope, yearning, and incompleteness. Then you have the earth keeper. And then you have lightning. And this is the one that flung off the table at me, okay? And yes, it did land like this. So, notice the colors here. This one goes into this one. And goes back into that one. That deep hole, that deep pit inside you there, where you feel like you, let me explain it this way better. We all go through phases where we feel like there's something missing. Like there's a hole. We don't know what was in it. Why is there a hole? Like we just suddenly don't know. Okay. That's kind of where you're at. That's kind of where you're at. The reason that happens is because part of us has already moved on. We've completed that part. We've done the things. And now we have that hole there. The hole is there because we have something else stepping up into it. Something else blossoming. Yours just hasn't blossomed yet because I have a feeling that your guides don't communicate very well. It's almost like somebody wrote the memo, they got it on beautiful stationery, and they passed it, but it didn't get to you yet. It's like sitting on someone's desk in limbo. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So here's the note. Here's the cliff notes of the memo. That Earthkeeper card right there, you have this need to protect things and people around you. I have a feeling for you it's mostly people. But by protecting those people, it protects your little space of earth. An Earthkeeper is someone that their whole goal, their whole mission is to protect a place. You can do that by protecting people too. By fixing people, you fix the earth around you. By protecting people, you protect the earth around you. You've already been called to do that. But I think that you're fixing to be called on a much, much deeper level. That lightning right here tells me you're fixing to get shocked with a crazy amount of energy, a crazy amount of moving forward, a crazy amount of serendipity. What you do now is amazing. And it's a drop in the bucket to what's to come. It's literally a drop in the bucket to what's to come. So, what I would do would be to start researching Earthkeepers, to start researching what they do, how they do it. Every Earthkeeper is different. And every tale about Earthkeepers are different. So that's why I said to research them. Because in researching them, you're going to find several things that really resonate with you, that grab you right here. And you're going to find a few that you're like, I don't think that sounds like me. And the thing is, don't stress too much about the actual meaning and the definition. Does that make sense? Because your earth keeping has to do more with people than it does with the earth itself. But just know that that hole that's there, it's almost like that lightning is going to reach through it and grab everything and pull it right in. So when that lightning hits, it's going to hit sideways and it's going to pull so many people to you that you're not even going to realize you needed to help. Start researching Earthkeepers, because this is coming really quickly and it's a big shift. So I hope that helps, Miss Colleen. And it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been doing well, sugar. But yeah, it made me really happy to see your name. I was like, oh, it's Miss Colleen. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, Miss Nicole Bucione. You're welcome. You're getting cards in a different order. Oh, okay, that's exactly why. I was like, you're getting cards in a different order. Because of reasons. Did I get it right? I didn't myrtleize it? I'll bet people say Busa one, don't they? Bucci one. Do they say Bucci one? I'd be damn right I'm Bucci. Oh, I'll bet. All right. So remember I said, well, I'm going to start off differently. Here's why, because start off with the blade. The blade generally means that something in your life has been cut. A path has been cut. A cord has been cut. A string, something's been cut. Ended. Done. Unalive. Not here. Blah, blah, blah. And I said it unalive because I can't say DEAD on here. I don't mean that physically, but you know what I'm saying. Something's been cut. Something's been severed. It's been severed because you're about to step into a period of being an emissary. So the mother of dawn is beauty and compassion and so on, but it's also being an emissary. So an emissary is somebody that brings light to other people. They bring tales, they bring words, they bring gifts, they bring knowledge to other people. So whatever that was cut off, it had to be cut off. Okay? Had to be cut off. Because this path here, and I want you to notice the colors, okay? Green comes to this way. Like literally they flow into each other. And becoming that emissary though, this is the many paths card. So what that tells me is that as you're becoming this emissary, as you're getting ready to share your knowledge and so on, you have a fuck ton of paths that are going to be in front of you to use. And it's going to be overwhelming at first. But just like I told Ray a while ago, and I don't know if you heard this, use that to your advantage. And I told someone this last night. When you have too many paths in front of you, it means you can hopscotch along them. It means that the universe is not sticking you in one narrow path and saying, this is all you can follow. This is all you can help. This is all the knowledge you can give. The universe is like, hey, I'm going to make you an emissary. I want you to share this stuff, etc. Here's all the paths to do it. All the paths to do it. That's what the universe is handing you. All the paths. So, fall down all the rabbit holes, learn all the things, and don't try to force yourself to read 10 books, to read, to watch all these videos all the way through. The things that resonate with you are the things that you're going to carry, the things that you're going to grab, the things that you're going to need for this path. I can't tell you if it relates to being a nurse at all. I just know that whatever this is that was recently cut out of your life, that was severed, is the catalyst for this. Oh, I love that, Mel. I love that. Whatever it was that was severed out of your life is what's the catalyst to moving forward. Okay? As far as nursing goes, thank you for that. I don't think people will tell you thank you enough, probably. I could never be a nurse. I could never be a nurse because I know if I ever have to go to the hospital, the ER, I ever have to go to urgent care, even to my doctor's office, I am as nice as possible to the nurses because I have heard and seen the verbal abuse they take and the shit they take. And it's not right. And I wish I could apologize for all these fucks, but that's their own baggage and their own bullshit. I understand hurting. I understand not feeling good. And I understand that you're just being a dick. You don't have to be a dick when you're hurting. There's my soapbox again. It's my soapbox again. The thing that was cut out, it would be blazingly obvious, yeah. It was something that you probably were not expecting to be cut out of your life. So yeah, it would be obvious. It may not have happened yet. If you are like, I'm not quite sure, then it may be coming, okay? But I feel like it's something that's already passed. I feel like it's something that's already passed. So. All right, Miss Mata, are you ready? Good to see you again, sugar. You were just thinking that? Okay, yeah. Yeah, if it didn't hit you, if you weren't like, oh God, that's this, it may not have happened yet. But if it hasn't happened yet, I would say it's probably going to be really soon. Okay? So, you're welcome. All right, Miss Mata. So I have Mata, Lisa, and Marissa. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? So you have the witness. This right here tells me that right now First of all, let me say I'm sorry. Because when I see the witness card, it tells me that you're fixing to go through a phase of seeing the bad. When you're the witness, when you're the watcher, when you're the detailer, you just witness the shit. You see the shit. You're going to start noticing all the bad. You're going to even catch yourself thinking, why am I not seeing the good in people? Why am I not seeing the good in the world? Why? You're going to start, unfortunately, seeing the bad in a lot of things around you. It is this way for a reason. Witnesses are those that are privy to seeing things on a deeper level than other people do. Your soul is a watcher, babe. Watchers are here to kind of watch and report back when it's your time to be not here anymore. Pay attention to the things that stick out to you the most. Because with witnesses, with watchers, when they notice all the bad things, some little thing sticks out. The way I explained it to someone last night like this. You may be watching someone scream and yell at another person across the parking lot. And you can hear every word they're saying, and you can focus on all of the things going on. But at the same time, you can only focus on the guy who's yelling shoes. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. It will get better. When the witness card comes up, it just tells me that this is a phase of going through, paying attention to all the bad, seeing all the bad. It's not forever. It's not a forever phase. I would say probably the next month or so, but it's not a forever phase, okay? Does that help? And I'm sorry that you're in this phase because it's dumb. Thank you, Jimmy. You have an amazing day as well, love. So, I'm so sorry that you're in that phase, sweetheart. I love your face. Exactly, Stephanie, that's perfect. Stephanie said when you see it but you can't do a thing about it, it just hurts. It feels like a curse. It does. And everybody goes through this when you're on a spiritual path. Yeah. It won't last too much longer. Okay? It won't last too much longer. But know that you're in it, and know that those little things that you obsess about with all of this bad stuff, like I said, it's always some little bitty weird detail. Those little things you obsess about is because they're vital. They're super important. Okay? Sending all my hugs and my love your way if they're welcome. All right, Lisa G. So I have Lisa G and then Marissa Falardo. There it is. All right, Miss Lisa, you ready? You have Osiris, which is commitment and responsibility and acquisition. So here's where I smack your hand and say you're taking on way too much, Lisa. Babe, you can't save the world. You can only save what you can save. You can only help yourself. This is another thing that I probably need to do a video about. You come to a point in your life where you realize that you can't help anybody. You can give them the building blocks. You can give them the information. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can only help people that are ready to help themselves. Which sucks. You're welcome, Miss Mata. You can only help people that are ready to help themselves. With you, you're a fixer, and so you want everybody to be happy and healthy and whole. And it's just not always feasible. So you need to make sure you are happy and healthy and whole. And when people are coming to you and asking you like, hey, can you do this? Can you head this? Can you help me with this? Can you whatever? You need to tell them fuck no. So just so you guys know, last night we decided that this needs to be a shirt. My spiritual advisor said fuck off. You can use that. My spiritual advisor said I am no longer allowed to take on new things. Fuck off. Okay, Miss Lisa. Don't take on anything new right now, babe, okay? Okay? So, I hope that helps, sugar. You're so welcome, Lisa, honey. All right, Marissa, you ready? Marissa is my last one. And then I'm going to go eat the rest of my
Breakfast.
my dollar store restaurant breakfast. I loved that. I know she's probably not on YouTube anymore, but I'm literally going to keep using that. I can't help it. It was fucking hilarious. Thank you, Cinda. I know you're probably still not here, but it was awesome. All right. Ready, Miss Marissa? You have King Arthur. This is championship and compassion and honesty, and it's also humility. Okay? Sass, do not give me the angry face. I love you. All right. Miss Marissa, you are coming into a very, very intense period of self-realization. And I kind of squinted my face a little bit because when we go through a period of self-realization, we go, oh no, like we have all these epiphanies about ourselves. The bad ones come first. I'm just saying. The bad ones come first. The bad ones come first. And we go, oh my God, I was a dick. Oh my God, why did I say that? Oh my God, why did you? Like we go through that, okay? The great thing is, after you go through all of those bad things, come the good things. Come the good things. And you realize, holy fuck, I survived that. Holy fuck, look at the things I've done. Holy fuck, look at this and that. But you're fixing to go through an intense period of self-realization, Marissa. The good thing about getting all the bad out of the way is that it gets the bad out of the way. No, Sass. Nobody is getting Bodhi a salad. I will eat a salad today. You're going through this period so you can hit all those beautiful high periods of, I survived that. I accomplished that. So, this right here has to happen, and it's an absolute amazing thing to go through, okay? Just know that you have to kind of go down like this before the good comes, okay, Miss Marissa? And I'm so glad that you guys could hang out a little bit too. It always makes me feel awesome to know that I've helped some of you guys. I really appreciate it. I apparently am going to be finding cards all over the floor because I thought I was cool and picked them all up, and I did not. See, there is a salad on top of tacos. Anyway, I love you, Miss Marissa. Just know that it's going to suck for just a tiny bit, okay? So with that being said, let me end YouTube over here. Thank you guys for watching.